Good morning, it is Friday the 6th of September, it is 20 past 7 and I'm just heading off to, I was going to do a little bit of Ubering, potentially, but I have this booking on the A1 school, I keep forgetting the name of it, A1 school runs, which is 10 past 8 in Prescott. I'm someone to set off a little bit earlier, but to be honest, I think it's going to take me half an hour to get there. Yeah, so I probably won't have I won't have a chance to do anything on the way. To be honest, I might just have to head straight down there. One thing I noticed, I double checked on the app this morning, and I noticed it said like another, I don't know if it said booking or bidding, but it was for what looked like the same job, but at 8 o'clock instead of 10 past 8. So I thought, well, do I need to accept that and cancel the other one? I wasn't quite sure, so I was clicking on it to have a little look, trying to figure it out. And basically the same customer has booked the same job again, but for in 2 weeks time, but just at 8 o'clock instead of 10 past 8. So I thought, well, shall I bid on that so I can take that job? And I was thinking, well, I haven't even done this job yet, I don't know what these clients are like, I don't know what this company is like. And it transpires that it's already automatically given me the booking. So when I go to my upcoming now, it's obviously got today's, and it's got the same customer for in 2 weeks time. So it appears if you accept a job for a particular customer, and and then there's like a repeat job from them, it looks like it automatically just gets assigned to you, unless, I don't know, you cancel it or notify them or something to say that that's not what you want to do. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just about to start now. Like I said, I was hoping to come out a little bit earlier, so I could have done a little bit of Ubering on the way, but even if I leave now, I'm not going to get there until just before 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to have time to do any Ubering, to be honest, unless it's like a really short little 1 mile trip just on my way. So yeah, I'll set off now, and I will keep you posted shortly and let you know how this trip went, and if I managed to do anything else on the way. So I'll catch you soon. Good afternoon. I've just come back out and it is 2 o'clock. This morning I done that school run for that A1 schools. Yeah, A1 school runs. And then straight after that I done 2 little tiny jobs around St Helens. It was St Helens to St Helens, and then I come back home. I had stuff to do, I had to go and get my hair cut, I needed something to eat, needed to go to the car wash. Yeah, so I had a little few bits, so I've just come out. So basically this morning I done an hour and a half. I only got £9.55 on Uber for them 2 little jobs, and with the A1 school runs I got £35.20. So I got £44.75 for an hour and a half, so it's not too bad. I'm just on my way out now because I've been doing a few more on the A1 school runs. I've got to pick up towards Liverpool. That's a £22.50 job, which is going 3.4 miles, and then I'm going to shoot over to the next school, which isn't too far away. I need to be there for 3:30. And that is another £15.30 job for 4.4 miles. So I've took quite a few jobs as well for next week. Some of them are like £37.50 for 7 miles. 7, 14, 28. It's like £5 a mile. So I've accepted a few of them. I haven't got like a fixed contract with them. They haven't offered me anything. Obviously because I'm like West Lancs. Like if you go onto the app now, you can click on it and it says how many drivers are available in what area. So it says like Liverpool is 18, Knowsley 6, Sefton 1 and West Lancs 1, which is myself. So yeah, basically I'm picking up the scraps, as it were. So these are obviously just jobs that are either just popped up and they're just like odd ones, or ones from where someone has that contract. Like the girl I spoke to this morning, she gets dropped off and picked up every single day, and I said, oh, is it always the same driver? And she said yeah. So obviously because I got this morning's and I've got that collection again in 2 weeks time, Obviously the guy who has that, I don't know, maybe he doesn't like working Friday mornings, I don't know, but it's not too bad. On the one hand it's good because you think, well, you know, for like less than an hour's work you're getting 70 quid, which is, you know, a plus for drivers. But then on the flip side of that, I think, well, who's paying for this? Well, us as taxpayers. You know, there's all talks of like the basic rate of tax going up to 22% in October. You know, and why is the government putting it up? Because the government and the local councils are wasting too much money, and then we're having to pay for it. So it's like that 70 quid, which is the drivers getting, that means that the likes of A1, I keep forgetting the name, is it A1 school runs, you know, they must be getting like 80, 90, 100 pound. I don't even know what commission that they take. So you're thinking, well, if the council's paying 100 pound for one child to go to school each day and come home, why can't they just get an Uber? It's probably going to cost £10 there, £10 back. So instead of paying companies £100 for one child, Uber could take 5 children, 5 separate taxis. I don't get it. Like, on the one hand, I've got nothing against, obviously, if people are entitled to something, then that's great. It's just, it's a massive amount of money for one individual to go to school. Like even me as an adult, I wouldn't pay £70 a day for me to drive to work and come back. It's ridiculous. Think of how much that costs. So yeah, like I said, on the one side it's good for drivers because the money's good, but then on the flip side of that, it's like we're paying for it and tax is going to increase. So anyway, I'm going to get off now. I'm going to head down towards this one. So after I've done these 2 school runs, I'll then be doing some Uber work for the rest of the evening, going on into the night. So yeah, I'll be finishing probably about midnight tonight. Depending on if it's busy or not, I might stay out a little bit longer. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit for the next up. A little bit of an update. It's just gone 4 o'clock. I've just done two school runs for the A1 school runs. A little bit of a faff, if I'm completely honest. So the one this morning wasn't too bad. I think it was just pretty much because it was like Prescott over to St Helens and there was like no traffic. So like I've set off mine at about 2 o'clock. Granted, I should have left a bit early because I could have got some jobs heading down here, but basically I've just had to drive straight to the first one. It told me to get there for 10 to 3. Went in reception, asked. He doesn't come out until 10 past 3. So he came out at 5 past. Now I'd booked another one, another collection at 3:30. So basically I managed to pick this guy up, go and drop him off, and then get to the second one. So I was a little bit kind of like pushed for time, but I would have made it if the timings on the app would have been correct. So anyway, I was 5 minutes late, and then the traffic in Liverpool, the rush hour traffic, or sorry, the school traffic in Liverpool is different to the traffic that I'm used to. It was ridiculous. So I've done them 2 jobs in the 2 hours, which works out at around £20 an hour for them 2 jobs. So basically I could have just done Uber and not have to have faffed about in all that traffic and got the same. So yeah, I think you have to pick and choose them jobs a little bit more wisely. So like total for today, because I've done just shy of 2 hours this morning, 2 hours this afternoon, so I'm on about £20 and 60 pence an hour for those just shy of 4 hours. But yeah, I think it's just about, I think that A1 school run are still ironing out some of the issues. Like people keep saying, oh, are you my permanent driver now? And like I just dropped the last guy off and the mum come out and said like it's a nightmare trying to get hold of anyone in the office. There's been like multiple different people coming. Sometimes they've been coming and he's already gone to school. I think one guy came up and collected him and took him to the wrong school and then had to bring him back. So yeah, I think they're still ironing out some of the issues at the minute. But yeah, I think some of it is just I think if you get a contract off them, it's not too bad, because basically it's the same drop off morning and afternoon, same person, nice and easy. Whereas I've basically just been picking up the crumbs, as it were. So yeah, I've booked 2 more in for next week, which didn't look too bad, but again, I'll just have to wait and see how it pans out, because that's basically just a collection, and it's just one drop, 3 passengers, £37.50 for 7 miles. So yeah, I've got that same job on the 10th and on the 12th, and then I've got that Prescott to St Helens job again on the 20th. So I'll do a few of them other ones. I think one was £22.50 and one was like £15.70. They're a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, so I don't think I'll be doing any of them low ones again. There was some that popped up then, someone's taking them. Good luck to them. Basically it was £40 and it was a collection from Old Swan. You then had to collect from 5 different destinations to drop them off in Old Swan, and then it was taking them home, so obviously picking them up, and then it wanted you to then go to 4 different drop-offs. So I had a look, put all the destinations in on Google Maps, and it basically said it was going to take an hour and a half, but that's like if you left now 4:20 and the traffic's not too bad. If you're picking up, you're dropping off 5 different kids just after 3 o'clock, that's going to take you at least 2 hours. So basically, at best, you're on £20 an hour. So it's like, for all that faffing and sitting in all that traffic, you might as well just go and do Uber. I don't get it. So yeah, that's it. So anyway, it's just after 4 o'clock. I'm still not entirely sure how to use the school run app. I think what I've established is, when you're on the way to the destination, you need to click start journey, even though you're not starting the journey because you haven't picked the passenger up. You need to start the journey because you're heading to pick the passenger up, and then when you pick them up, you swipe across to say the rider is in, and you're starting the journey for a second time, which doesn't make sense. And then when you've dropped them off, you swipe to saying that you've dropped them off, and then you swipe again for payment, leave them a review, and then swipe again for payment again. So I don't know, it might improve the app a little bit. Obviously I think it's only like a new app, but yeah, not too bad. But I think you need to pick a bit more wisely if you're picking some jobs. So yeah, I'm just about to go on Uber now, and I will see what's happening. I've just zoomed out now, and apparently there's surging everywhere. Southport, Formby, Liverpool, the docks, all over in Birkenhead. So yeah, I'll go on and I'll see what I get. So I will catch you in a bit for the next update. Quick little update. I'm just at Maghull services, just getting a little top up. When I finished before, I think it was just after 4 o'clock. I had about half an hour off. I had to make a couple of phone calls. Go past McDonald's, use the facilities, and then not long after that I then got an XL job, which was Prescott back into Old Swan. That was £19.89 and that was for 5 miles, but I probably ran maybe 4 or 5 miles for it. I was heading towards Maghull services, to be honest, and I thought, well, I might as well take it. As soon as I dropped off an Old Swan, I then got another Old Swan closer towards like Bro Green sort of way, which was £6.46 for 2.5 miles. I then drove from there over to Maghull services, put it on charge, I've had something to eat. It's just coming to the end of the charge now, that's why it's not far off, 7 o'clock now. So in that past kind of 3 hours, I've only worked about an hour and a half, to be honest. So in that hour and a half I've made about £26 thereabouts. So not the greatest, but I was kind of because I was wanting to head more back towards like Ormskirk, Southport kind of way. I basically just set Google Maps up, and then as the jobs are popping up on my phone, if they're kind of heading in the right direction, I'll take it. But like lots of jobs were coming up, but it was taking me completely like the wrong direction, so I didn't take it. I still had plenty of battery left. I still had nearly half a tank, but I thought, well, if I top up now, so it's full again, that's now going to last me till, you know, midnight or gone midnight, because I don't be working really any later than around midnight. I've got some stuff that I need to do tomorrow in the morning, so I'm up and out for 9, so I need to be up for about 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest. So yeah, so I just thought I'd top up now, and then I won't have to stop again now for the rest of the shift. I should be setting off here in the next 10 minutes. It's on 99% now, the battery, so I get this last little bit in, I'll set off for 7, and then I will try and give you the next update for around 8 o'clock. It just depends on how busy I'm going to be. When I set off from here now, I tend to get like jobs from, you know, Ormskirk to Southport, or like Formby to Southport, or, you know, things like that. So yeah, I might be able to update you, or it might be a little bit later on. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Quick little update, if you can see me. It is just after 8 o'clock, so it's been just a tad over an hour. I had left Maghull services, and some little small jobs popped up, but I wanted to make my way towards like Southport, Ormskirk, and then a job came up, luckily enough. It was an XL, £30 and 1 pence, going to Southport to Churchtown. So I took that. As soon as I dropped them off, I had a small job from there, £5.78 for 1.5 miles. So in the past hour it's been £35.79, so not too bad. So yeah, I suppose it, not too bad. I'll do the hourly breakdown later on. I'm sick of doing it every 5 minutes, having to work it out, to be honest. So I'll carry on now, and see what happens over the next hour or so. So catch you in a bit. Quick little update, it is 9:30. Last update was 8 o'clock. Since then I have done a Southport to Southport, which was £3.75, 1.3 miles. Another Southport to Southport, £3.75 for 1.2 miles. Southport to Southport, £4.45 for 1.6 miles. An XL, Southport to Southport, £6.02 for 1.2 miles. And then I just had a Birkdale to Liverpool, £23. So I drove over, waited 3 minutes, and then it went on to the 2 minutes charging time. And I love nothing more than, as soon as it gets to that 5 minute mark, being able to cancel it and charge them £3.75. I mean, it's honestly like it's just the cheek of them. I don't care how much it was. It could have been 500 quid, and I still would have cancelled it. I'm not waiting for anybody. They know how long you're going to be. They've booked it. They've seen I was like 3 or 4 minutes away, and then I've sat there for 5 minutes. I've wasted nearly 10 minutes of my night. I'm reversing out of this little dead end street to where she's booked it to. She comes waltzing out of the bar, saying ta-ra to everybody, sees me, she's like, oh, here he is, I'm here. I'd already cancelled it, so I just drove off and thought, well, it's cost you £3.75 to say goodbye to everybody, and now you're gonna have to do the walk of shame and walk back into the bar. What a clown. So what's that roughly in the past hour and a half? Is 6, 7, 13, 19, it's about 22, 23 pound. So not the greatest. It's a little bit slow, to be honest. I don't know. I'll just go back online now because I just went offline for a second to do that. I tried to do the update before I pulled over to do it, and then I got 2 jobs back to back, so just thought I'd quickly do an update, otherwise the videos are just going to be a beginning and an end each day. So that's all for now. Yeah, it's quite quiet, to be honest. Thought it might be a little bit busier. I'll see how it goes over like the next hour. And if things haven't picked up, I think I'll just head back, to be honest. So yeah, stay tuned for the next update. Quick little update, it's about 10 past 10. What time's the last one? 9:30. Where are we? Oh no, sorry. It's coming up to 10:30. Where are we? It's been steady, but it's just been smallish little jobs. One's just popped up then, I think it was like £32 all the way into Liverpool or something. I couldn't be bothered. Too much faffing. So straight after the last update, I got Southport to Southport, £4.93 for 1.7 miles. I then got an XL, £6.03 for 0.6 of a mile, £4.24 for another Uber X, 1.7 miles, and then I've just had another X, £4.47 for 1.7 miles. So the job before, where I took the cancellation fee of £3.75, that was like a £21 job or something, and that was all the way into Liverpool. So that's probably like a 30-40 minute job, 30-40 minutes back, and then I would have been lucky if I would have got something coming back. If not, you know, it would have been £20 for like an hour and 10 minutes. Whereas I've just stayed in Southport and I've only done what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've done about 6, maybe 7 miles, and in that same time period I've then done 5, 11, 15, I've done about £19.50. So it's not always the case of taking these big massive jobs, because like I said, I might have ran back empty, and it was like, what, 20 miles into Liverpool, 20 back, so there's 40 miles. It would have been about £21 for like an hour and 10, hour and 20 minutes. Whereas I've just done just shy of £20 and I've done 6 or 7 miles. So I know it's electric, but I've used my home charge, so now it's the supercharger that I topped up with before. But yeah, I think it's just being more selective about the jobs, and thinking about, like, if I would have took that into Liverpool, what's the odds of someone then ordering an Uber to go from Liverpool to Southport at, you know, 10, half 10 at night? It's quite slim. You know, you might get some from like Formby maybe coming up, but if you don't, you know, you're running back empty. It's great if, you know, you live in Liverpool and, you know, you can just carry on from down there, but I don't. I live on the other side of Southport, basically. So yeah, hasn't been too bad past hour. Just ticking along, just smallish kind of jobs, just taking people home from the pub, or yeah, that's about it. I think all of them have just been taking them home from the pub. Yeah, so I will give you another update shortly, so stay tuned. Final update of the evening. It is 20 past 12, so it's been 2 hours since the last update. I got a Southport to Southport, which was an XL. That was £10.17, and that was for 2.6 miles. Then got, what's that one? Yeah, I was then on my way to a job. I think it was like £20 towards Liverpool. And then when I got about 200 metres away, they cancelled, so I got £3.50 for that. But then immediately after that, I got a job Southport to Ormskirk, which was £13.87 for 9.5 miles. I then got an Ormskirk to Ormskirk, which was £4.80 for 1.6 miles. I then got an Ormskirk to Whereabouts? It was like the outskirts of Liverpool. It was £14.82 for 8.9 miles. And that was it. I got one other job, but I had to cancel it. So basically, it was just like a Southport to Southport. I was just about to set off for it because I was parked up, and then the guy messages me and says, "Oh, hi Paul," he said, "I've got 2 dogs, but it'll be okay, they can just sit on my knee." And I said no. I said, you'll have to book an Uber Pet. I said, as you can see, my Uber Pet is disabled. I said, yeah, so I said, you'll have to cancel the job, unfortunately, because I can't, I'm not taking pets. So I sat there for well over 5 minutes, and he didn't cancel it. It was just like some sort of Mexican standoff, because he knew that he would then have to pay a cancellation fee. So in the end, I've just had to cancel it. But I don't know why people, I'm guessing he hasn't booked a pet because there wasn't any, which kind of tells you, stop taking your pets out with you. You know, I understand some people might like animals, they might have dogs themselves, they don't mind dogs in the car, in the house, but I don't like them, I don't like the smell of them. I'm certainly not going to put 2 dogs in the back of my car, all full leather, all scratching around, sniffing. Oh, it's disgusting, honestly. If you paid me 500 quid, I still wouldn't take them. So that was it, and then I headed home because it was getting quiet. Some of the jobs were starting to become a little bit rubbish, and I wanted to be home for around midnight anyway, because I'm up early. So, for Uber today, including the hour and a half this morning, I've done £164.24, and then on the A1 school runs, I've done £74.60. So total for the day was just shy of £240, and I've done 12 hours. So it was, I think it worked out about £19.90 an hour. So it's not too bad. Yeah, it was okay, to be honest. The bit quiet this morning. The first school run was okay, and then I done like 2 really small jobs, and then basically ran back empty because I had to come back. The other school runs were a little bit of a disaster, but that was purely down to there was just too much traffic, which then made the job like not really viable. Some of the jobs will pay £3, £4, even £5 a mile. So on paper, you think, oh, that's fantastic, I'll take it. But then in reality, because you're sat in the traffic, it's just not worth it. It takes like an hour to do the job, and you're getting £15, £16 for it. As you can see, the majority of the work I've done is Uber, and I've averaged £19.90. So you might as well just go and do Uber, to be honest. And that's about it, really. Nothing really else to mention or to touch on. Yeah, that was it. Had the rough, tired. I'll be out again tomorrow. I'm going to be busy until about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then I'll come out, and then I'll be out for another 10-11 hours until like midnight, maybe 1 o'clock again. So yeah, we'll see if I can pretty much beat this. So like this Friday, just on Uber, was 164. Last Friday was 131. Friday before, 188. Friday before that, 153. And then my first ever shift, which was a Friday, was 211. So yeah, seems to kind of be the same, I suppose. Yeah, so that's about it. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I will catch you tomorrow. I'll see you then.